Emotional healing, a journey toward inner peace and growth. Healing is a word we often hear in the context of physical wounds. But what about our emotional wounds? These are the scars that we carry deep inside us, ones that others may not see, but ones that often hurt the most. Emotional healing is the process of reclaiming your inner peace after you've been hurt, misunderstood, or overwhelmed by life's challenges. It's not a quick fix or a magic cure. Instead, it's a journey of self-discovery, understanding, forgiveness, and growth. Every one of us has faced emotional pain in some form or another. Grief, loss, betrayal, rejection, or disappointment. These wounds can shape the way we think, behave, and relate to others. But no matter how deep the emotional pain, healing is always possible. Healing begins when we decide to face our emotions and not run away from them. To heal, we must first understand our emotions, where they come from, and how they affect us. In this section, we will explore the nature of emotional pain, the importance of healing, and why it's worth the effort. What is emotional healing? At its core, emotional healing is the process of restoring balance and well-being to your emotional state. It's about understanding and releasing past pain so that you can live in the present without being constantly weighed down by what happened in the past. Think of it like cleaning out a cluttered closet in your mind. When you've been hurt, your emotional world can become messy, filled with old hurts, regrets, and unresolved feelings. Emotional healing is about sorting through that clutter and clearing space for new, healthier emotions. When we experience emotional pain, it can impact many areas of our life. We may feel trapped in negative thought cycles, struggle to form healthy relationships, or feel disconnected from our own sense of self. Our past can hold us back, and that's why healing is so important. Through healing, we can create new patterns, new habits, and a new outlook on life. But what does healing really mean? It means being able to acknowledge your pain, understand its impact, and then take steps to release it. It's a way of returning to your true self, the person you were before your pain began to shape your life. The importance of emotional healing. Emotional healing is essential because, just like physical wounds, emotional wounds need care and attention. If we leave our emotional pain unaddressed, it doesn't just go away. It lingers and festers, affecting how we think and act in every area of life. Emotional pain, left unresolved, can turn into stress, anxiety, depression, and even physical health problems. But when we heal emotionally, we reclaim our strength. We regain control of our life and move from a place of pain into a place of peace and empowerment. Consider the impact of emotional pain on your body. Have you ever felt physically drained after a difficult emotional experience? That's because your mind and body are deeply connected. When you heal emotionally, you not only feel better mentally, but you also start to feel better physically. Your energy increases, your mood lifts, and you start making choices that nurture your well-being. Another important reason why emotional healing is so crucial is that it helps us build healthier relationships. Emotional wounds from the past can create barriers between us and others. We may struggle to trust, feel distant, or constantly worry about being hurt again. Healing these wounds allows us to open up, to love and connect with others more freely, and to trust in ourselves and our ability to handle challenges that arise. The emotional healing process, understanding the stages of healing. Healing is not an overnight process. It's a journey, and it happens in stages. Just like a plant grows slowly and steadily, emotional healing takes time and patience. Every person's journey is different, and the healing process may look different for you than it does for someone else. But there are common stages that many people experience on the path to emotional well-being. Understanding these stages can help you navigate your own healing with more compassion for yourself. Let's break down the common stages of emotional healing and what they might look like. Acknowledgement and awareness. The first step toward healing is acknowledging the pain. This might sound simple, but it can be one of the hardest steps to take. Acknowledging your emotional pain means accepting that something is wrong, that you've been hurt, and that it's affecting you. Sometimes we try to push our feelings away, ignore them, or convince ourselves that everything is fine when it's not. But healing can't happen until we admit to ourselves that we're in pain. Think of it like an injury. If you don't acknowledge that you're hurt, you won't take steps to care for the injury. Similarly, emotional wounds require our attention. This stage is about being honest with yourself, without judgment. It's about recognizing that it's okay to not be okay sometimes. Acceptance. Once you've acknowledged the pain, the next step is acceptance. Acceptance doesn't mean agreeing with what happened or liking it. It simply means recognizing that what has happened is part of your story, and that you can't change the past. Acceptance helps you let go of the mental battle of, why me? Or why did this happen? It allows you to stop resisting your emotions and begin processing them. This stage can be challenging because we often want to rewrite the past. But acceptance is not about giving up. It's about giving yourself permission to stop fighting against reality. It's about saying, yes, I was hurt. Yes, this happened, but I will not let it define me. Expression and release. Once we accept the reality of our pain, it's time to express it. Holding in emotions can make them more intense and harder to heal. This stage is about finding healthy ways to release the emotions that have been trapped inside. Expression might come in many forms: crying, journaling, talking to a friend, or even creating art or music. The key is to let those emotions out, to give them a voice. It's normal to feel overwhelmed during this stage, but expressing your emotions helps release their grip on you. It allows you to process what you've been through and begin the healing process. It's like letting go of a burden you've been carrying for too long. Forgiveness, letting go of the past. Forgiveness is one of the most powerful steps in emotional healing. It's also one of the most difficult. Forgiveness is not about condoning what happened or forgetting about it. It's about freeing yourself from the emotional burden of anger, resentment, and hurt. Holding on to grudges and negative emotions keeps you trapped in the past. Forgiveness doesn't mean you're saying what happened was okay, but it means you are ready to let go of the pain it caused you. Forgiveness is for you, not the person who hurt you. It's about choosing peace over bitterness and healing over holding on to past wrongs. This stage takes time, and it's perfectly okay if forgiveness doesn't happen all at once. But every small step toward letting go is a step toward emotional freedom. Rebuilding and growth. The healing process doesn't end with forgiveness. The next stage is rebuilding your life, emotionally, mentally, and even physically. After we've processed the pain and let go of the past, we are left with an opportunity to create something new. Rebuilding means focusing on self-care, developing new habits, and nurturing a healthier version of yourself. This is when you start discovering new strengths you didn't know you had. This is the time for creating new routines, cultivating healthier relationships, and setting new goals. You may choose to seek therapy or engage in practices like mindfulness or yoga. Whatever it looks like for you, rebuilding is about reclaiming your life and moving forward with a sense of purpose and confidence. Renewal, embracing your new self. The final stage of emotional healing is renewal. This is when you begin to embrace your new self, someone who has grown stronger, wiser, and more resilient. Renewal is about stepping into your future with hope and a renewed sense of possibility. You are no longer defined by the pain of your past, but by the strength you've developed through your healing journey. In this stage, you begin to see that your pain has shaped you in positive ways. You've learned lessons, gained insights, and discovered deeper layers of who you are. You are empowered to move forward with a sense of peace and purpose. Renewal doesn't mean the absence of pain. It means using your pain to fuel growth, change, and transformation. Practice mindfulness and awareness. One of the first and most powerful practices you can embrace on your healing journey is mindfulness. Mindfulness means being fully present in the moment, observing your thoughts, emotions, and physical sensations without judgment. It's about acknowledging what you're feeling without trying to change it or push it away. Why is mindfulness important for emotional healing? Because when we experience emotional pain, our minds often race to past memories or future worries. We get stuck in loops of negative thinking, replaying past events or worrying about what might happen next. Mindfulness helps you break free from this cycle and stay grounded in the here and now. How to practice mindfulness. Start with deep breathing. One of the simplest ways to practice mindfulness is through deep, slow breathing. Find a quiet space, close your eyes, and focus on your breath. Inhale deeply through your nose, hold for a moment, and then exhale slowly through your mouth. Do this for a few minutes, noticing how your body relaxes with each breath. This can help you calm down when emotions feel overwhelming. Body scan. A body scan is another mindfulness practice. Close your eyes and slowly bring your attention to each part of your body, from your toes to your head. Notice any areas of tension or discomfort. This practice helps you become more aware of how emotions are physically manifested in your body, which is essential for healing. Mindful observation. Take a moment to observe the world around you. Look at something with full attention, whether it's the colors of nature, the texture of an object, or the sounds of the environment. This practice helps you shift your focus away from pain and towards the present moment. Journaling. Writing your way to healing. Writing can be an incredibly healing tool. Journaling allows you to give voice to your feelings and express your emotions in a safe and private space. When we're going through emotional pain, we may struggle to put our feelings into words. But by writing them down, we can release pent-up emotions, gain insights, and track our progress along the way. Journaling doesn't need to follow any specific format or rules. It's not about grammar or punctuation. It's about expressing yourself authentically. Whether you write daily or when the emotions hit, journaling can become a therapeutic outlet for your inner world. How to journal for healing. Free writing. Let go of any expectations or restrictions. Just write whatever comes to your mind. If you're feeling sad, angry, or confused, put those feelings onto paper. You might be surprised by the clarity that arises when you simply allow yourself to write freely. Gratitude, journaling. Sometimes when we're in pain, it's hard to see anything positive, but practicing gratitude can shift your focus and help you heal. Write down 3 things you're grateful for each day. They don't have to be big things. They can be as simple as a cup of coffee, a kind word from a friend, or a moment of peace. Gratitude brings light to even the darkest days. Letter writing. If you're struggling to forgive someone or move past a painful experience, try writing a letter to that person or to yourself. In the letter, express everything you wish you could say without holding back. You don't have to send the letter. It's just for you. This process can help you release pent-up anger or hurt and can serve as a tool for forgiveness. Engage in self-care. Self-care is one of the most important aspects of emotional healing. When we're hurting, it's easy to neglect our needs, both physical and emotional. But healing requires that we take care of ourselves, nurture our bodies, minds, and spirits, and make space for rest and recovery. Self-care is not selfish. It's necessary for your well-being. Ways to practice self-care during healing. Physical exercise. Physical activity helps release endorphins, the feel-good chemicals in our brain. Whether it's yoga, walking, running, or dancing, moving your body helps reduce stress and can lift your mood. Exercise also improves sleep quality, which is essential when healing emotionally. Rest and sleep. Emotional healing takes a toll on your energy. Rest is critical. Make sure you are getting enough sleep and taking breaks when needed. Create a calming bedtime routine. Dim the lights, relax your body, and avoid screens before bed. Sleep helps restore both physical and emotional balance. Healthy nutrition. What we eat can directly impact our emotions. Nutrient-rich foods like fruits, vegetables, and lean proteins can provide the vitamins and minerals needed to support our body during difficult times. Avoid excessive alcohol, caffeine, and sugar, as these can exacerbate feelings of anxiety or depression. Pampering yourself. Engage in small acts of self-care that make you feel nurtured and loved. Take a warm bath, treat yourself to a massage, or listen to your favorite music. Doing something kind for yourself can provide comfort during emotional upheaval. Embrace forgiveness. Let go of the past. Forgiveness is a powerful practice in emotional healing, but it's also one of the most difficult. When we've been hurt, it's natural to feel angry or betrayed. But holding on to resentment only keeps us tied to the past. Forgiveness isn't about letting someone off the hook for their actions. It's about freeing yourself from the emotional burden of carrying that pain. Forgiveness is a choice. It's not easy, and it may take time, but it is a step toward inner peace. How to embrace forgiveness. Understand what forgiveness is. Forgiveness is not about condoning the actions of others. It's about letting go of the grip that anger, pain, or resentment has over you. It's about choosing peace over continued suffering. Release yourself from the past. Letting go of old wounds can be freeing. You might choose to do this through meditation, journaling, or simply by saying aloud, "I choose to release this pain." Releasing the past creates space for healing to take place. Start with yourself. Often the hardest person to forgive is ourselves. If you're carrying guilt or regret, begin with self-forgiveness. Remember that everyone makes mistakes, and healing is about learning from those experiences and growing. Set healthy boundaries. As you heal, setting healthy boundaries becomes an essential practice. Boundaries are limits you establish to protect your emotional and mental well-being. When you've been hurt, it's important to protect yourself from further harm. This can mean limiting contact with people who are toxic, saying no to situations that drain you, or prioritizing your own needs over others. How to set healthy boundaries. Know your limits. Take time to understand what feels right for you and what doesn't. If something or someone makes you feel unsafe, uncomfortable, or drained, set a boundary around it. Communicate clearly. Setting boundaries involves communicating your needs clearly to others. You don't have to be confrontational. Simply express what you need in a calm and respectful way. Protect your energy. Surround yourself with people who support and uplift you. Don't feel guilty for distancing yourself from relationships that are harmful or toxic. Protecting your energy is vital for healing. Remember, healing doesn't happen overnight. It's okay to take things one step at a time. Be patient with yourself, honor your progress, and trust that with time, you will emerge stronger and more resilient than before. Thanks for connecting with us.